It's Week 7 of the NFL, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Steelers, and it's coming up next.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercise before this one, and they're paying off.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big connection on that one. 31 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 21 carries, 109 yards.
And they love what they've got in him. He's the number 4 rusher in the league right now, so you know that you have to account for him on defense, which means you can play complementary football as well. Throw the play action, get it out to the wide receivers, because they should have some open space because the defense will key on it.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. And, Johnson dinged up a bit. Still down. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll check on his status when we get back. And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on 3rd.
Could play an exotic coverage.
On the draw, it's Harris. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They got a yard on first, 2 on 2nd, and 3 here on 3rd.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. This a 33-yard attempt. And Gay knocks this one through. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Now Fields. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Back deep, Deontay Harris. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Snell, and his throw here's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Snell. It's brought in by Harris. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. From the gun on 3rd down. Snell. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And his pass, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They'll look to throw again. Looking sideline, incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw again. He gets it complete to Harris. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the first down marker. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Following the fumble recovery, Snell. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
On second down, this is Harris. Shoves him away. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 48 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
2nd and 11. They hand this off to Harris. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. On third down, Snell. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Pat Freiermuth. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. From the 6. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Throwing on third down, Fields. Flush to his right, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. T.J. Watt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Now a give, running left is Harris. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. To throw on third down, Snell. That's swung out wide to Harris. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously he is well short of the first. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete here to Kmet. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Now we will pause for the injury. That's the wide receiver Tyreek Hill. Hill a little slow to get up. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. From the 50, here's Fields. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Chicago. Yikes, terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. He'll get this to Ward. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, well, the conclusion we can draw so far, they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. The Bears on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 40-yard line. On 3rd down, it's Montgomery. Montgomery just unable to twist free as they hit him short of the line to gain. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. They snap it to Fields. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Another try after the first down sack. Fields. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Good shot, good shot.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
The kick by McManus is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3-and-out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Najee Harris and the Steeler offense set to go to work once again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they...
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. DJ Waddle able to record his 5th sack of the season. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Trucks over him, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 70 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. On 3rd down, Snell. And that is incomplete. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Bears take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side.
Maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting off field, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Fields. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Gibson here running out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, standing just about on his own goal line. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Here we go. In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
A throw left side, caught by the tight end, Freiermuth. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
That catch good for only a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. 20. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. Fields. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. And this is going to be intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. And they run with Harris off the option. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll begin in Orchard Park, an AFC East matchup between Miami and Buffalo. And it's the Bills who have the lead in that one. Gabriel Davis, a touchdown reception. From there, we'll head to Washington to check out the football team at home at FedEx Field. And right now, they have the lead over the visiting New York Giants. Deshaun Watson has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. In that game, all tied with the visiting Patriots. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Bears. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first 2 quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit. And meanwhile, for the Steelers, we check out
the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here comes Justin Fields and the rest of the Bears offense. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. On first down, Fields. He's got a man here. It's Montgomery. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Montgomery. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
I'm going to hit you all day, baby.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Flushed out right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And McManus able to put it through, and that'll bring him back within 4. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And we will not see a run back here from Harris. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They got the victory last week. That was against Jacksonville, and they lead this one as well right now. Out in front here. They've got it 1st and 10. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Snell. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. To throw on 3rd down. Snell. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Chicago offense set to get started. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields. Flush to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. 41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the 1st down.
Now a 1st down throw. Fields. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. To throw is Fields. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Come on, let's go.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a 1st down.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Fields now to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now it's Fields. And this is going to be incomplete. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash, this from 39. The kick by McManus is good. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So it's a 3rd field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
So they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat. but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the posts.
Najee Harris and the Steeler offense set to go to work once again.
And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They'll try the left side. Harris. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. An option handoff given to Harris. And some space here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 104 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Open man completes it to Claypool. Touchdown! Chase Claypool.
His second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
So an important drive for them there. They're not home, but momentum, Charles, definitely in their favor now.
And I like the point you just made. They're not home yet, but a one-point game, and if you kick the extra point, make it an 8-point game. Only one score. But you're right, momentum definitely in their favor right now.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Now the Bears offense ready to take over again.
There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and two-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
from the 39. Fields firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
A give. This is Montgomery. Bulldozes past him. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
All day, baby, all day. Ooh, he held on just long enough.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fields forced out to his left. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Justin Fields
with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year.
And the Bears have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
They'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
Now the Steelers getting set and ready for their next possession. And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football, and a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A.
58, right over there, yeah, Mike, 58.
Throwing on 1st down. Snell. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Johnson.
A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Get it!
They'll run on 1st down. It's Montgomery. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards.
Back to throw. Fields.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown.
Chris Godwin.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Bears on just 2 plays have taken the lead. A late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect a lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day 1 of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
McManus's point after is good, and the lead is up to 5.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown.
On the return, Deontay Harris.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only one score down.
Yeah, true. We could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Again, it's Harris on second down. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
From the gun on third down, Snell. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he will have a Steelers first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Snell over the middle, and it's incomplete. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll get 3 up to midfield.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. On the draw, it's Harris. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Let's get it.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bears will get the football back. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
A handoff for Gibson.
Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Here's Fields. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. So now the Steelers down by 5. At time, a huge factor. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it first and 10. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Check 53 smart. Check 53 smart. Watch the run. Watch the run.
They'll look to throw. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll look to throw. Pass complete to Harris. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. First down now, but that clock rolling. That swung out wide to Harris. And I think the ball's out. And this is picked up by the Bears. Shifts by him. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. A flag down. Let's see if this will stand. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
And now the Steeler offense staying out there, and they'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done.